Chair, Conference, Lenford, Vassell, Unite the Union. I am going to support and speak on behalf of the Composite 8. And actually, I am a Windrush baby. In 1967, when I came here to join my parents, my father was a steelworker, my mother was a nurse. They were invited here to help out this country. They were British citizens when they arrived. When I arrived, I was a British citizen. However, in 1986-87, I was asked to pay for citizenship. And at the time, I was convinced this was not necessary. It has now come to pass I was correct. Conference, the Windrush scandal and the hostile environment policy which led to it raises one fundamental question, and that is, what does it mean to be a British citizen? Ask yourself that question. I've tried to ask myself that question. I finished my primary school education here, my secondary school education here, I studied at university here, and I've worked all my working life, 40-odd years, in this country. But yet, as such, if I was to leave this country, I could be challenged as to whether I have the right to return back to the UK. What does it mean that working people who have lived here for decades, who has never been to the so-called countries that they've been deported to, and I use the word deported in its widest context. People who have children, grandchildren, homes, jobs, who have lost contact with their families, who have lost their jobs, their relationships have come to an end because they, in my view, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me, they were wrongfully detained and shipped back to the Caribbean or Africa or India or wherever they were shipped back to. What does it mean if they can be hauled from their homes and imprisoned?
Sorry, Delegate, if you could wind up.
Yeah. Conference, make no mistake, the Windrush scandal was no accident. It was the result of some oversight. It wasn't the result of some oversight or administrative error. This was planned, this was calculated, and this was intended. As Conference, the result was not just some inconvenience. 3 UK citizens, and they were UK citizens, believe me, same as I am, by any sane definition, died before they could be repatriated from the Caribbean back to the UK. Now just think about that. They died waiting to come back to the country where they were, some of them were born.
Sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to wrap up.
They died in a country that was not their own. The fact that Whitehall bureaucrats in the Home Office thought it was their home simply because of their skin colour. Well, Conference, there is a word for that.
Delegate, please, thank you.
Conference, what value is a promise from this government? Let us reflect the finest traditions of our movement. Let's close ranks, UK citizens, European citizens, citizens of the world, and who have chosen to call their this country their home. Let us stand together, and collective strength is more powerful than hollow promises. The People Conference, I support this motion.
Thank you.